Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, welcome back to Naz Abdi. So today we'll be making cinnamon rolls, and we're going to start by mixing our dry ingredients, which are 4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I started earlier by mixing our wet ingredients, and the wet ingredients were half a cup of milk, 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of yeast. I did this earlier so that the yeast could get time to activate. So now, as you can see, our flour is combined. We're going to be adding to our wet ingredients. We're going to add 1 egg and beat it until it's combined. And then we're going to gradually add it to the flour and mix it until it forms a dough. You can add butter to your wet ingredients, melted butter, but I chose to knead the dough with the butter instead. So I'm not going to use butter for the starting of this recipe. And after adding all the things and it's combined, and you can see it's not sticking to the bowl, we're going to remove it and place it on a surface so that we can knead it properly. The dough is soft and it's easy to work with. And it's not sticky at all. This is the first dough that I had that is in my hand. And now is the time we're going to be adding our butter. And I'm going to use room temperature 1 tablespoon butter. There it is. This is what I'm going to use to knead the dough. And our dough is done. It's soft. You can choose to let it set and rise for about 30 to 1 hour, but I'm going to spread and continue adding the filling instead. This way it's easy. It's the same. The results will be the same, but this is the quicker way. So after spreading the dough to a triangle or a rectangle, any design that you would think it's easy for you to will be easy for you to roll it later. Then we're going to mix our filling, which is half a cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. And then you're going to mix this. You can choose to add melted butter. This way you will just apply it after mixing, but we're going to be applying our butter directly to the dough instead. Which either way you use, it will be incredible. So now we're taking our butter and applying it to the dough and spreading it evenly, and be generous, because the more buttery it is, the more yummy it is. Now that it's well spread, we're going to add our filling. Then we're going to take a brush so that we can spread it evenly all over the dough. And now we're going to be rolling our dough. We're going to roll it tightly. And now we're going to use a string to cut our slices. You can use a dental floss or you can use a knife, but the string and the dental floss will give it a beautiful layer. As you can see, between the rolls, the layers are quite tight. Isn't it just beautiful? Brown and white. It's quite nice. And it's really delicious. So we're going to take our baking tin, pan, and then spread butter on it. And then we're going to arrange our roll, but we're going to be giving it space so that when it rises or puffs, it gets enough space to spread. Then we're going to cover this with a cloth, kitchen towel, and then set it aside for 1 hour. This is after 1 hour. As you can see, it has doubled the size. We're going to bake this on a 350 oven heated. But before that, we're going to brush this with milk. The milk will help in giving it a beautiful golden brown color. And then we're going to put it in a preheated oven and cook it in a 350 Fahrenheit. Now we're going to be making our topping. We're using 1 cup of powdered sugar, half a tablespoon of butter, 3 tablespoons at first for mixing, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And then we're going to mix this. And if you see the consistency it's too light or too heavy, you can add more milk. So we're using 3 at first, and then we're going to add 1 tablespoon later. And then you're going to mix this until there is no lumps and it's smooth. Now it's heavy. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of milk, and I've been using evaporated milk for the whole recipe, but you can use normal milk. And there you see, as you can see, it has risen and it's ready. Look at that beautiful golden crust on top. Look at that beautiful color. It's fluffy and it has the golden crust is on top. The beautiful thing with cinnamon rolls is eating them while eating it layer by layer, removing it layer by layer. So now we're going to add our topping. And this is after it's cooled down. As you can see, the sides, the fluffiness, it's soft, gooey. So welcome back for more videos. Please subscribe.